As far as pointing the finger is concerned, pointing the forefinger, all the scholars say is there. But as far as moving the finger is concerned, there are difference of opinion and there is different ijtihad. As far as the Hanafi school of thought is concerned, in the At-Tahiyyat, when we say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, when you say La, they normally have to raise the finger, that there is no God. And when they say Illallah, except Allah, they bring it down. So in the Hanafi school of thought, Imam Abu Hanifa, his ijtihad was that in the At-Tahiyyat, in the tashahud, when you say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, when you say La, there is no God, you raise the finger. And when you say except Allah, illallah, you bring it down. So in At-Tahiyyat, Ashhadu, they bring it up and they bring it down. As far as Imam Shafi is concerned, the Shafi school of thought, they raise the finger when they say illallah, except Allah, and they keep it raised till the end of the tashahud. As far as the Maliki school of thought is concerned, Imam Malik, they move the finger left to right. As far as Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, or the Hanbali school of thought is concerned, they raise the finger during the dua. And At-Tahiyyat is the full dua. So as far as pointing the finger is concerned, there is unanimous agreement that the forefinger should be pointed, and there are various hadith on that. As far as Sheikh Nasruddin Albani is concerned, he says that regarding whatever these four schools of thought say, there is no evidence in any of the Sahih hadith regarding when the finger should be raised and when it should be got down, whether it should be left or right. He says the closest is Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, that you raise it for dua. Regarding the other schools of thought, there is no evidence. And there are various hadith talking about raising the finger. There are various Sahih hadith. And there are hadith in Sunan Nisai, in Musnad Ahmad, in Bukhari, in Muslim, about raising the forefinger. And all these hadith say that the Prophet raised the forefinger or the finger closest to the thumb. There's a hadith in Musnad Ahmad, also in Sunan Nisai, which is authenticated by Nasruddin Albani as a Sahih hadith in Sunan Nisai, where it describes the salah in detail. The Prophet stood and he kept his right hand on the left hand, and it covered the wrist and the hand and the forearm in detail, went in ruku, went in sujood. When it comes to tashahud, I'm not completing the full hadith, this is a long hadith, that he placed his left hand over his left thigh, and he placed his right hand over his right thigh, and he made a ring from the middle finger and the thumb. His middle finger and the thumb, he turned it into a ring like this. It's a Sahih hadith. And he pointed with his forefinger. Another hadith says he pointed with his index finger. Another hadith says he pointed with the finger closest to the thumb. There are various hadith which talks about pointing of the finger, so there is no doubt about it. This hadith also says he pointed the finger during dua. There are various hadith, and when I was studying hadith, one of my first ustad or teacher in hadith was Dr. Sheikh Ziyarahman Azmi, may Allah grant him Jannah. He expired 2 years ago. He was the dean of the hadith department in Medina, and I studied hadith with him, but it was private classes. He exclusively gave time to me, and we studied for about a month. And he had said that there are various Sahih hadith in saying that the index finger should be raised during dua. And as Nasruddin rightly said, that all the hadith say that during dua the finger is raised. There are various Sahih hadith. There is one Sahih hadith which says that during every dua the finger should be raised. So if you're doing a dua, it should be raised. And there's one hadith which says that the forefinger to the shaitan is like an iron rod. So there's one hadith which does describe about keeping on raising the finger up and down. So amongst, if you analyze all the Sahih Hadith, the opinion of Imam Ibn Hanbal is the best, that during the full At-Tahiyyat, the forefinger should be raised. That's the right opinion. And there are also Hadith saying that the finger can be moved up and down. But according to Ziyar Manaz, there are various Hadith saying it should be raised during dua. So there are two opinions in the Hanbali school of thought. The only raising it for the full dua is one opinion, and another opinion is that you can move it up and down. Both are correct. But there are more hadith talking about that the finger should be raised throughout At-Tahiyyat. So, but if you follow any of the four schools of thought, because they are great Aimmas, these are small issues. But if you want to be closer to Quran and Sunnah, then raise your finger during the full tashahud. And there are hadith also saying that you can move it up and down, but only raising it for the full At-Tahiyyat. There are various hadith, and one hadith does talk about shaking also, both acceptable.